Hey, what's up guys? Bobington, back again. I'm going to be showing you guys a build that I've been having a lot of fun with lately on stream. Little disclaimers before I start the video. The build is not exactly cheap like most of my builds are, or budget you could say. I've got pretty expensive gear on. It will work like pretty well with cheaper gear. In fact, your single target might be a little higher with cheaper gear, but the AoE damage isn't going to be as high, and it's going to be less consistent in being able to keep up enough souls, because Vaal Ice Nova is kind of gimmicky skill, but I'll get into it and show you guys how it goes. It runs really well on like open area maps. Strand is probably not one of the best maps to run this on, but you know, everybody loves a good Strand. We are currently level 78. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this character. For single target and gathering souls, I am using Glacial Cascade. The single target damage is pretty bad, but once you get started, the map is like pretty easy. It's definitely one of the most fun specs I've ever played. I really enjoy this skill. Ice Nova has been like one of my favorite skills for like a super long time, and it just hasn't been one of the best, but I'm really happy that I was able to, you know, make this work. I will get into a little bit of gear explanation and skill tree explanation once we finish the map. The main thing that you want to scale with this build is AoE, because it's going to allow you to hit, you know, more of the screen, and it's going to allow your Ice Nova to chain more times effectively, because you're going to be hitting more things. Now it only goes up to 5 times, but oh shit. You don't want to get stunned up, because then you won't even be able to get to use your skill. The defenses are pretty much just life leech. It's not really good for defenses. I would say if you're going to play this spec, it's going to be a lot better for running like lower tier maps and farming them, almost like a Valspark-esque character. It farms like lower tier maps extremely effectively, and like obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm like almost done with this Strand already. The single target is pretty bad, so if you want to like stack up all these mobs to get the AoEs to overlap onto the boss, that's probably one of the best things you could do. Yeah, that was the map. Again, the clear speed is pretty insane for oh, we got a bro deal. I'll get that after a gear explanation though. The clear speed is pretty fucking ridiculous. Again, the single target isn't very good, and it is going to be a lot better for farming like low tier maps. I probably wouldn't be farming anything over a plateau map in this spec, no matter what level I am, just because of how you need the mobs to be. A Spring actually might be a pretty good map to run this character on as well, but again, I'm only level 78 right now, so yeah. I'll get into a little bit of gear explanation, and the build is kind of expensive. I crafted this staff yesterday on stream. We crafted the +2 to socketed cold gems and the critical strike chance for spells. The alteration was 2 cold gems and 23% cold damage. We regaled crit strike chance for spells. We put the increased spell damage on the staff, and then I exalted it twice, just because fuck it. Probably not the most efficient thing to do, but I felt like doing it. A good replacement for this, though, is what I was using before I was using the +2 to 6 link staff, are these 2 daggers right here. Any like crit strike chance or spell damage daggers are going to be fine. The only thing that's going to happen is your Carcass Jack, you're going to be moving your 6 link over to your Carcass Jack, and you're going to have your Glacial Cascade on a 4 link, because Glacial Cascade right now is on a 5 link. I'll do a little links explanation right now though. I've got cold penetration, increased AoE, added cold, added lightning, Vaal Ice Nova, and increased crit strike chance. And the reason I've got the increased crit strike chance is because you pretty much want to crit with this 100% of the time, or you're not going to be getting very many souls back. And the reason that is because we do use the Chill of Corruption Jewel. We also use 1 Sacrificial Harvest. You could use 1 more, and you'd be able to clear other maps more effectively, but I think that's making the build like a little more expensive than it needs to be. But I mean, if you're going to invest as much as I have into the character, you might as well just buy another Sacrificial Harvest, to be honest. Our 5 link for our Glacial Cascade is Conk Effect, Added Cold, Spell Echo, Faster Casting, and Glacial Cascade. The reason I'm using Glacial Cascade is because I scale a lot of my damage with AoE and area damage on the tree, and I'll show that in a second. I think Glacial Cascade's pretty shitty for single target, but it's the best option I have, and that's the only downside, I would say, for this build, is the Glacial Cascade. I got Herald of Ash right here. I'm just leveling that for my next character. Not really, you don't really need that at all. I shouldn't even be on my setup. But we've got cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, and increased duration. That's going to be like one of our biggest safety nets if we ever take too much damage. Usually you're not going to be taking too much damage though because of how much life leech you're leeching with all the overlapping AoEs of the Vaal Ice Nova. I just got like a crit strike chance and crit multi, pretty shitty necklace, and just like resistant life on rings. Gloves are average, boots are average, belt is average. It's really just average gear with a nice staff and a 5-link carcass, which isn't necessary. Again, you can move this into the 5-link, and if I were to move my Vaal Ice Nova into a 5-link, I would take out Added Lightning and have increased crit strikes, Vaal Ice Nova, increased area of effect, added cold and cold penetration. And then I would take Faster Casting, Spell Echo, Conk Effect, and Glacial Cascade, put it in like a 4-link. That would be my setup if I were to run the dual daggers. We're also running Herald of Ice with Blasphemy, Assassin's Mark, and then we're running Herald of Ice. That gives us a lot more damage, because when we shatter, we're going to be dealing a lot more damage, and we're almost always shattering because we're almost always critting. That's pretty much it for gear. We've got Flame Dash, Faster Casting, Less Duration, Lightning Warp. That's just for, you know, movement. You can use Flame Dash to, like, really whatever move skill you want. If you have the daggers, you can't use Whirling Blades. It feels a lot better. But that's pretty much that for the gear explanation. I guess we do run a Diamond Flask so we can snapshot the, like, critting. Because the way the Diamond Flask works is it rolls twice, and whichever has the highest crit chance, that's the spell that's the one that's going to cast, essentially. So, yeah, that's... Before we cast our Vaal Ice Nova, we always pop our Diamond Flask. I'll do a little trick explanation here. I am a Scion Ascendant. It's pretty easy to understand tree. We're pretty much just grabbing as much life, as much AoE and area damage, along with some elemental damage on the way. And, you know, a couple jewels for Chill Corruption and our 1 Sacrificial Harvest. Those are the only 2 jewels we use. Again, you don't need another Sacrificial Harvest, but it would be nice to have if you want to get one, if you have the money. But yeah, pretty much life, area damage. We get all the area damage and AoE we possibly can, because that's the best way to scale this, I believe. We're getting more life here. We get a power charge. I will be getting this power charge and this power charge, just not yet. I don't feel like I need the damage right now. We do get Vaal Pact for obvious reasons, because if you don't, you're going to kill yourself to Reflect 100%. You will die to Reflect if you do not have Vaal Pact. We do take Assassin, again, because we want to be critting as much as we possibly can, so we can get more souls back, and so we can do more damage. And Berserker, so we can do a little more damage, and we don't have to put Life Leech into our gem sockets, because that effectively puts us into a 5-link and then a 4-link. We've got some Spell Crit and Doomcast, more life, but again, that's pretty much it. We just get Crit Multi, a little bit of LE damage over here, and some LE Pen, but that's pretty much it as far as the tree goes. As far as leveling goes, you're pretty much going to level with, you know, Blade Vortex. Once you hit level 12, you're going to use Blade Vortex until you can use Glacial Cascade. You're going to then use Glacial Cascade for your single target, and just buy a Chill Corruption. It's only like 2 alks, and you can level with Vaal Ice Nova pretty effectively. I was able to have like 100% uptime with it in normal Dry Lake using dual Axioms. But I hope you guys did enjoy the build. If you did, feel free to subscribe, like, comment below. Feel free to follow the Twitch channel. I'll have that link down below as well. Again, this is kind of a gimmicky build. It's a lot of fun, though. This is on the Apprentice Hardcore League. I will probably try and get this character to, I don't know, 85 to 90. We'll see how it goes, because I do want to make my new Wander, which is going to be a lot of fun. I might try and push 100 with the Wander, but again, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I will see you guys next time. Peace.